English for tourism.
Oxford English for Careers. Tourism 2 Students' Book by Robin Walker and Keith Harding. Copyright Oxford University Press, 2007. Unit 1. Listening. Greeting and introducing. 1.
Hello, Peter. It's great to see you again. Welcome to Atlanta. How was your flight?
2.
Hello, and thank you for joining us tonight. My name's Prapat, and this is my colleague, Ampai. We'll be looking after you on tonight's excursion.
3.
Good evening, Mr. Ellman. Is everything to your satisfaction? Can I get you some more wine?
4.
May I introduce myself? My name is Chie Mashida, and I'm the manager. I'd like to introduce you to the people who are going to be looking after you during the conference. This is Masako Mori, and she is...
5.
Hi, it's Johan, isn't it? Glad you could make it. How are you doing?
Good, yeah. You?
Not bad. Have you met Lucy? She organised this reception.
6.
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of Paradise Cruises, we'd like to welcome you all on board. We're pleased to offer you a complimentary glass of champagne.
7.
You must be Miss Hallvega. Welcome to Copenhagen. Let me take your bag for you.
8.
Welcome back, Dr. Allegretti. Nice to see you again. We've put you in your usual room.
Unit 1. Listening. Car hire dialogue.
Good afternoon, sir. Can I help you?
Yes, hello. We pre-booked a car and we've come to pick it up.
Certainly. What's your name?
Jacobson.
Okay. Was it an online booking?
Yes, we booked it from the UK.
Right. Here we are. You booked the 4-door economy manual with air conditioning.
That's right.
We've got a special offer at the moment. Would you like to upgrade to the compact 4-door for just an extra 10 rand a day?
No, thanks. There's just the 3 of us. I think we'll be okay in the economy.
Okay. I just need to check a few things. You're going to drop off here in 10 days' time, is that correct?
Correct. On the 21st of August.
Can you confirm your age?
I'm 26.
And you've decided to stay with the 4-door economy manual with air conditioning?
Yes.
I notice you've only booked the collision damage waiver and the third-party liability. Do you want to take out any additional insurance cover?
I did think about the windscreen cover, but I decided against it.
Okay. Do you want to book any extras?
I thought we'd booked the baby seat.
It's not here, but that's no problem, sir. We can easily add it. How old is the little one?
She's 2.
Right. I'll add that to the invoice. Is there anything else you require?
No, that's everything, thank you.
Okay. Could you just sign here?
Here. Okay.
How will you be paying the balance?
By credit card. Here you are.
Thank you. Right, Mr. Jacobson. Here's the key. This is my colleague, Evan. He'll bring the car round for you and show you the basics. And we'll see you in 10 days' time. Have a great trip.
Thank you.
Unit 1. Pronunciation. 1.
Chrysler,
2.
Citroen,
3.
Ford,
4.
Hyundai,
5.
Mercedes,
6.
Opel,
7,
Renault,
8,
Toyota,
Unit 2, Listening. Registration procedures. A.
Good evening, Miss Meyer. How nice to see you again.
Good evening. It's nice to be back, even if it's for work.
Well, if we didn't have a job to go to. I'm afraid your usual room isn't free, Miss Meyer, but I can put you in 615. That's on the next floor and has the same view. Would that be all right?
Yes, of course.
B.
Good evening, sir. How can we help you?
Do you have a double room for tonight?
Just one moment and I'll check availability. Would that be a non-smoking room, sir?
Preferably.
And just for the one night?
Yes, just for tonight.
Yes, we can do that. Could I see some identification, please?
C. 1.
Good evening, sir. How can I help you?
I have a reservation in my name, Scott. George Scott?
Mr. Scott. Let me see. Yes, here you are. A twin-bedded room, non-smoking, 3 nights.
That's right.
Could I just see some identification, please, Mr. Scott?
C. 2.
Good evening, sir. How can I help you?
I have a reservation in my name, Scott. George Scott?
Mr. Scott. Let me see. Yes, here you are. A twin-bedded room, non-smoking, 3 nights.
That's right.
Could I just see some identification, please, Mr. Scott?
Here you are.
Okay. And will you be using the garage?
No.
Will you be paying by credit card?
Yes, American Express.
Could I just have your card a moment, please, to swipe it?
Yes, of course. Here you are.
Okay. And if you could just sign here on the registration card.
Mm-hmm.
Good. And this is your key card. Remember not to keep them together for security. Breakfast is from 6:30 to 9:30. The breakfast room is in the basement. The restaurant is here on the ground floor. The lifts are over there, next to the concierge's desk. Welcome to the Monumental.
Thank you.
Not at all. Have a nice day.
Unit 2, Pronunciation. 1,
Good evening, sir. How can I help you?
2,
Could I just see some identification, please, Mr. Scott?
3,
And will you be using the garage?
4,
Will you be paying by credit card?
5,
Could I just have your card a moment, please, to swipe it?
6,
And if you could just sign here on the registration card.
7,
And this is your key card.
Unit 2, Language Spot. Where things are. 1,
Could you tell me where the hairdresser's is?
Certainly, madam. It's in the basement between the newsagents and meeting room 1.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
2,
Excuse me, is there a gift shop here?
Yes, sir. It's in the basement, opposite the hairdressers.
3,
Excuse me, where's meeting room 1?
In the basement at the end of the corridor, madam.
Unit 2, Listening. The staff structure of hotels.
Roberta, can you tell us a little about the staffing at the Concordia?
Well, the Hotel Concordia is part of a larger group, So we've got the same structure as the other hotels in the chain. It's a medium-sized hotel, and it's divided into 3 departments: front office, housekeeping, and food and beverages. Food and beverages covers the restaurant, bar, cafeteria, and the kitchen. In the kitchen, we've got a head chef, Giovanni, and 3 junior chefs. There are 2 kitchen assistants as well. Then for the restaurants and bars, we have a head waiter and 6 waiters.
What about housekeeping?
That's divided into maintenance and rooms. At the moment, there's 1 person in maintenance, Enrico, and on rooms, there's the head housekeeper, Carlotta, and her team. She's got 5 housekeepers working for her right now, though in the high season, we usually contract 2 more.
You use the term housekeeper. Is that the same as chambermaid?
Yes, and in the past, housekeepers were usually called chambermaids, but we prefer housekeeper. We're talking about trained professionals here, and the idea of a maid sounds more like a servant than a paid professional.
What about the reception? Or should I say front office?
For the ordinary client, it's the reception, obviously, but for us in the hotel trade, it's the front office. Now, here at the Hotel Concordia, the front office is run by Luigi, the front office manager. He's got 6 receptionists working under him, and Silvio, the concierge.
The concierge? What does he do?
As well as carrying bags to guests' rooms, a concierge runs information services for the guests, or he gets them tickets for shows, for the theatre, he takes messages, things like that.
And Silvio does all this?
Yes, he does. And he does it very well. Better still, if we are very busy, he also acts as an extra receptionist.
Roberta, thanks for your time.
Not at all.
Unit 3. Listening. Tourist information. 1.
Good morning, you're through to the rail information line. This is Wayne speaking. How can I help you?
Hello. I'd like to find out about availability for a trip to Manchester tomorrow.
Certainly, madam. What time will you be travelling?
Around 9 in the morning.
Fine. How many in the party?
2 adults and 1 child.
OK, I'll just check for you.
2.
Do you have a map?
Of course, madam. The maps are down there, to your left, on the shelf next to the guidebooks.
Oh, yes. Thank you.
You're welcome. Is there anything else I can help you with?
No, that's all. Thank you.
3.
Do you need any help?
We were just looking for some information on places to eat in the evening, where we can take the kids.
I see. How old are they?
2 and 4.
Have a look through this guidebook. They've got a list of places with different facilities, including high chairs and so on.
Thanks.
If you need any more information, I'll be over at the desk.
4.
For information on our Book a Bed Ahead service, please press 4 to speak to an assistant.
Hello, my name's Susan. Can I have your name, please?
Koller. Christina Koller.
Hello, Christina. What destination are you looking for?
Edinburgh.
Okay. What night?
Next Tuesday.
That's the 15th. And how many nights?
Just 1. A single room.
Okay. And do you have a price range in mind?
Nothing too expensive, but I would like en suite.
Okay, Christina. We have several options coming up.
5.
Welcome to the Tate Gallery information line. For information about Tate Britain, press 1. For information about Tate Modern, press 2. For information about Tate Liverpool, press 3. For information about Tate St Ives, press 4. To book tickets for special exhibitions, press 0 to be transferred to an assistant. Up-to-date information is available on our website at www.tate.org.uk.
Unit 3. Listening. How do I get to A?
When you come out of the information centre, turn right and go down the high street. Walk on through the marketplace until you come to a fork in the road. If you take the right-hand fork and go along Queen Street, you'll go past some nice antique shops and a small art gallery, and eventually you'll come to a green hill. Head up the hill, past the cannon, and you're there. There are some lovely views along the coastline.
B.
The best way is to cut through Church Street. It's just over there, to the right. Can you see it? If you turn right at the end of Church Street, you'll go past a lovely little green and you'll see the lighthouse. You can't miss it. Just walk towards the lighthouse and then the seafront is just ahead of you. When you get to the seafront, turn left and you can either walk along the beach or the cliff. You'll see it in the distance, sticking out to sea. It shouldn't take you any longer than 15 minutes.
Unit 3. Pronunciation. 1.
Come out of.
2.
Walk on.
3.
Head up.
4.
Turn right out of.
5.
Turn left at.
Unit 4. Listening. A rep for all seasons. Exercise 2. 1.
Hi, I'm Jason. My job means that I have to look after people of all ages. Obviously, I look after families, but I also take care of small groups of men or women on holiday. You have to be a people person to do this type of work.
2.
My name's Luke McClure, and my job is to make sure that groups of men and women aged between 18 and 35 have the time of their life on holiday. There are loads of different names for what I do. It depends on the tour company. Right now, I'm a Club 1830 rep.
3.
Hi, I'm Katerina Mattheudakis. I'm the person that takes holiday makers to and from the airport. Actually, it's a very important job because normally I'm the first person they see. I represent the tour operator, so I've always got to be friendly and approachable. During the coach trips to the resorts, I always...
4.
I'm Anne-Marie. What I do is very similar to being a family rep, except that we're always outside, even in the rain. Apart from the usual rep's duties, I'm responsible for montage, that's French for putting up tents, and demontage, French for surprise, taking them down again. I have lots of other jobs.
Exercise 3.
The main duties of a family rep? Well, obviously the first thing is transfers to and from the airport. And on the first morning, I run a welcome meeting where I tell people about the hotel and the area. I also try to sell excursions then, because I get commission on them if I do. I guide excursions, not all of the ones I sell, but 2 or 3 each week. Let's see, I check the accommodation and do any safety checks as well. And I have to be ready 24/7 to answer the customers' queries and solve their problems.
As a club rep, my main responsibilities are answering customers' queries and doing the welcome meeting. That's a great chance for reps to sell events and things like t-shirts, hats, sunglasses. I suppose the thing I like most is organising entertainment. We do pool parties, theme party nights, we take customers to discos, and we make sure they all come home. There's bar crawls. Of course, I do transfers. Not much fun. And then there's what I like least, which is cabaret. I don't mind the singing, but some of the games, well, it wouldn't be my choice.
Unit 4. Listening. Welcome to Paradise.
Okay, everybody. There's one thing left on this morning's agenda. The welcome meeting, which the resort's reps do in pairs. Now, I know that this isn't so important for you people as transfer reps, because this year you won't be doing this. But you will be helping the resort reps from time to time, so please do listen. Okay, so let's imagine we've just dropped off the last of the new arrivals. So go back to the main hotel and find the resort manager. For those of you going out to Crete, that's me, of course. Hi. It's really important to do this as there may have been last-minute changes in the meeting arrangements. After finding the resort manager, go to the meeting room and make sure the complimentary drinks are ready. Also check you have the right paperwork with you. You'd be surprised how easy it is to start a meeting and then realise you've got the wrong notes. As people start arriving, greet them with a friendly smile and welcome them to the meeting. This should last around 25 minutes, certainly no longer, and should be informative and interesting. Your personality has to come through strongly here. Remember, they'll be tired, so if you're not good, they'll lose interest quickly. Start by talking about the hotels. Next, talk a bit about the resort and the area, the places to go, and so on. Once you've got them interested in getting out of the swimming pool, tell them about the excursions. Encourage people to book as many excursions as possible because this is where you earn commission. We'll be looking at sales techniques tomorrow morning. Okay, bring the meeting to a close. Take any spontaneous bookings for excursions and then stay for a while to see if anybody has any questions. Relax now and socialise briefly. The more people get to know you, the better you can do your job. The better you do your job, the happier I am.
Unit 4. Pronunciation. 1,
Arrangements.
2,
Arrivals.
3,
Changes.
4,
Customers.
5,
Drinks.
6,
Excursions.
7,
Facilities.
8,
Notes.
9,
Places.
Unit 5. Listening. Our national dish. 1,
I think it's great to see Japanese restaurants opening all over the world. I really love our food, especially sushi, which is our national dish. And I also really like sashimi, which is just raw fish. That's fantastic too.
2,
The problem with curry is that it isn't really Indian. At least what a lot of non-Indians understand by the word curry isn't really much like what we eat in our homes in India. And to a lot of people, the word curry means something hot and spicy. But a lot of Indian dishes are very mild and use yogurt or cream.
3.
There are so many dishes here that it's hard to say what our national dish is. But the basic food of ordinary Mexicans is tortillas. We eat them with a meal, like bread. They're used in lots of typical dishes, baked for enchiladas, fried for tacos, or grilled for quesadillas.
Unit 5. Pronunciation. Exercise 1.
See. Sort. Spot.
Exercise 2. 1.
Cheese.
2.
Courgette.
3.
Course.
4.
Cream.
5.
Lobster.
6.
Meat.
7.
Olive.
8.
Oranges.
9.
Pork.
10.
Prawns.
Unit 5. Listening. Describing dishes. 1.
Are you ready to order?
Almost, but can you tell me what a Wiener Schnitzel is?
Wiener Schnitzel. It's meat. It's a kind of beef. A slice of young beef. I think you say veal.
Oh, it's veal.
Yes, veal. The meat is covered in breadcrumbs and then fried in butter. Sometimes the breadcrumbs are seasoned with black pepper.
Does it come with anything? Any vegetables?
Yes. Schnitzel is served with potato salad and a slice of lemon. If you want, you can also have roast potatoes, French fries, or rice.
Sounds nice. And what is...
2.
Hello again. Have you had a chance to look at the menu?
Yes, but there are things we don't understand.
That's no problem. I'll try to explain them.
Okay. Can you tell us what tagines are?
Yes, that's meat. Normally it's chicken or beef, and it's cooked with potatoes, carrots, and perhaps some other vegetables. It's a type of stew. Tagines are the pots that it's cooked in.
That sounds okay. And harira?
Harira is a bit like tomato soup, but it's got other vegetables in it too.
That would be nice as a starter. And the salade marocaine?
Salad marocaine is normally made of chopped tomatoes, onions, green peppers, and cucumber. But here we also add boiled potatoes and olives. It's very nice.
Okay. Can we have another 5 minutes while we choose?
Yes, of course. There is no hurry.
Unit 5. Listening. How to deal with complaints.
OK, everybody. Let's talk about complaints and how we're going to deal with them. Of course, most important of all is to accept them. Complaints are a way of getting better, so be positive. Secondly, most complaints are about things that are easy to do something about. And for the really difficult complaints, you've got me. So, put yourselves in the situation. You've got a customer complaining. What's the first step?
Let the customer speak.
Good, that's right. Listen without interrupting. And show the customer that you're listening. What's next?
Apologize.
Good. Apologize. For example?
Say I'm sorry or I'm very sorry.
And apologise with care in your voice. Feel it. Feel sorry. Now, the third stage. What about questions?
We only ask relevant questions, and we shouldn't ask too many questions.
Well, you have been doing your homework. Great! But there is one essential time to ask questions.
If we are not clear about what the customer wants us to do, we ask questions to make sure we understand completely.
Well done. Now, the last thing. What about giving the customer a solution to the problem? Let's see. Let's say the cutlery is dirty.
We say something like, I'm very sorry, I'll change it right away.
Or they asked for water and you forgot about it.
I'm very sorry. I'll get it right away. I do apologize.
Excellent. I can see we're going to have a great summer together.
Unit 6. Listening. Local people and rural tourism. 1.
I love my job because I can work here in my village. We used to come and play around this church when I was a little girl. But I never thought that I would one day be the guide. I studied in Heraklion and got my diploma in tourism. And then the town council decided they needed a guide because the church is important, even though it is small. So now I'm living and working in the village I was born in. I love that.
2.
Rural tourism is a good opportunity for this part of Thailand. Visitors to Umpang can see the way of life of the local hill people. These people, the Karen hill tribe, keep elephants as a means of transportation, and they live very close to nature. And there are other activities for rural tourism like trekking, rafting, and nature watching. All these activities help to make this a potential area for ecotourism.
3.
Rural tourism has given new life to an old industry here in Tamil Nadu. In the past, in this part of India, people made many things from the banana tree. A lot of our traditional foods are made from banana. And we make baskets from fiber that we make from the banana tree leaves. My mother and grandmother made baskets, and now I am learning to do it too.
Unit 6. Listening. Checking in at a campsite. 1.
Hello, can I help you?
Yes, we booked a place online. The name's Crowshaw.
Crowshaw. Let me just get your file. Here you are. 2 adults, 2 children, 2 weeks. And it's 1 pitch for a motorhome and a 2nd pitch for a family tent.
2 pitches, that's right. But it's not a family tent. It's a small tent. For the children.
Oh, I'll just change it. There you are. 1 motorhome and 1 small tent. Now, could you give me your passport for a moment?
Of course. Here you are.
Will you be using an electric hookup?
Yes.
Do you want that on both pitches?
No, only on the motorhome pitch.
Okay. Could you just sign here, please? Okay, this is for you. It's your registration card. Can you hang it over the door of the tent, please? You're in Zone B in pitches 34 and 35.
2.
Hello, are you full?
We've got some space until Friday. What were you looking for?
There are 4 of us. We've got tents.
Are they family tents?
No. They're small tents. They're mountain tents.
And is that 4 tents?
No, only 2.
Okay. So that's 2 small tents until Friday. That's 4 nights. I'll put you all on one pitch to save you money.
Oh, good.
Have you got a car?
No, we've got bikes.
Motorbikes.
No, they're normal bikes. You know, pedal bikes.
Goodness! Isn't it a bit hot for cycling?
Not in the morning.
But in the afternoon.
In the afternoon, we go to the swimming pool. Do you have a swimming pool?
Yes, of course. We've got 2 swimming pools.
Unit 6, Pronunciation. Exercise 3.
Here you are. 2 adults, 2 children, 2 weeks. And it's 1 pitch for a motorhome and a 2nd pitch for a family tent.
2 pitches, that's right. But it's not a family tent. It's a small tent for the children.
Oh, I'll just change it. There you are. 1 motorhome and 1 small tent.
Exercise 2.
There are 4 of us. We've got tents.
Are they family tents?
No, they're small tents. They're mountain tents.
And is that 4 tents?
No, only 2.
Have you got a car?
No, we've got bikes.
Motorbikes?
No, they're normal bikes. You know, pedal bikes.
Unit 6, Listening. Forecasting the weather.
Excuse me, but do you know what the weather will be like tomorrow?
Well, I think it'll be like today. Clear and bright in the morning, lots of sunshine, and then getting cloudy again in the afternoon. But I think we'll see a few thundery storms tomorrow afternoon. It's very humid at the moment.
Thundery?
You know, bang and crash. Clouds making a noise.
Oh, Donnerschlag.
Ah.
Will it stay like that all week?
No, I don't think so. They said it's going to rain on Thursday, and it's going to get a bit colder, so that will stop the storms.
Oh, rain.
Don't worry. There's lots to do here, even when it rains. Have you been to the Mine Museum or to the other?
Unit 7, Pronunciation. 1.
Coast.
2.
Home.
3.
Lake.
4.
Parade.
5.
Rome.
6.
Shakespeare.
7.
Shakespeare.
8.
Stadium.
9.
Stately.
10.
Theatre.
Unit 7, Listening. Describing a festival.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Venice. My name is Carlotta, and I'll be your guide for this weekend, when we see the Festa del Redentore, the Festival of the Redeemer, the high point of the Venice summer, with its spectacular firework display. Before I start, can you all hear me at the back?
Oh, yes.
Oh, good. Okay, let me start by telling you a little about the history of the festival. From 1575 to 77, as you may know, Venice was hit by a devastating plague. It killed more than a third of the city's inhabitants. In 1576, the city's leader, the Doge, promised to build a church dedicated to the Redeemer in return for help in ending the plague. On July 13, 1577, the plague was declared over and work began to build the church. It was also decided that Venice would forever give thanks on the 3rd Sunday of July. Now, moving on to the festival itself, what happens is this. From early on the Saturday, boats are decorated with flowers, lanterns and balloons. St. Mark's Lagoon fills with as many as 2,000 boats. You'll see their occupants eating and drinking as they wait for the traditional spectacular display of fireworks. By the way, if you're wondering about dinner on Saturday evening, you can make arrangements with a hotel for dinner on a boat. At around 11:30 p.m., the display begins. You'll see fireworks illuminating the silhouetted spires, domes and bell towers of the city. On Sunday, you'll see a pontoon of decorated gondolas and other boats strung across the Giudecca Canal. This is to allow the faithful to walk to the Church of the Redentore. The climax of the festival and the most significant part, if you remember what I said about the history of the festival, is the Mass held in the presence of the Patriarch of Venice. This is a reminder that the festa has a serious side. One thing I forgot to mention is that the traditional food for Saturday night is roast duck, watermelon, and of course wine. So that's the Festa del Redentore. As you can see, it's a wonderful event. Okay, are there any questions?
Unit 8. Listening. From tour guide to tour manager.
I've always been interested in tourism, so when I left school, I took a coach tour guide course at college. This is a pretty thorough course, and in fact, people come from all over Europe to study on it because the qualification you get is accepted in many other European countries. Competition for the vacancies is tough. I didn't get the job I wanted right away. Then I saw an ad for a company offering 18 to 35 coach tours of Europe and applied. I didn't actually need my qualification to apply, but you had to have experience of travelling in Europe. I'd been around France, Germany, Italy and the Czech Republic in the holidays, and I think this went in my favour. My first year was as tour guide, working under a tour manager. This year, I'm a tour manager, which means I'm in charge of a tour guide, a driver, and a coach of up to 50 holidaymakers on a 14-day tour of Europe. We do everything, including providing a commentary, organising excursions and parties, and checking everybody in and out of the pre-booked accommodation along the way. It's great fun, but it's most definitely hard work. It's never a holiday for us.
Unit 8. Listening. Practicalities on tour. A.
Hi, this is Sarah, the guide from Galloway Tours. I'm just checking you got my message about the later arrival tonight.
Let me see. Yes, you're not getting in until 9 p.m. Is that correct?
Yes. And did you get the message about the late dinner as well?
Yes, we've booked you a supper for 9:30 in the bar.
Great. While I've got you, can I just check something else? There's some confusion on the rooming list. In the printout, I've got Mr. and Mrs. Sanford in separate rooms, but it should be a double.
Did you say Mr. and Mrs. Sanford?
Yeah.
OK. No, we've got them for a double.
Oh, good. And will that have a double bed or twins?
A double bed.
Ah, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
B.
Welcome, everybody. Can you all hear me okay? Yes?
Yes.
Oh, good. Let me start by introducing myself. My name's Sarah, and I'll be looking after you today. Your driver today is Ken. We're going to be on the coach quite a lot today because we're taking a scenic route through the countryside, so I hope you're all comfortable. Is the temperature okay?
Yes. Yeah.
Good. We will be stopping for lunch in a very nice hilltop restaurant. And after a visit to the castle in the afternoon, we should arrive at tonight's hotel around 6 p.m. I'll be telling you a little bit about the countryside and some of the places we pass, but for the moment, just sit back and relax. Once we're underway, I'll be passing through the coach, so if you have any questions about the day, please ask me.
C.
If you look to your left in a moment, you'll see the top of Ben Nevis, which is the highest mountain in the British Isles, at a height of 1,344 metres. It's cold at the top. Now, one of the ladies was asking me about the Scottish kilt. So I'll tell you something about this traditional dress, which is of course still worn by many men today, and the rumours are that...
D.
Hi, this is Sarah again. There's another problem. The first driver's over his hours, so we're going to have to take a 2-hour break until the relief driver can get here. Is that okay? It's a nice place with some good shops, so I don't think the passengers mind. I'm assuming it'll be all right to get them each a complimentary drink. If that's a problem, call me back on the mobile. Thanks.
E.
Okay, thank you for listening. I hope you've enjoyed the first part of the tour. We're going to take a break here. You'll find a cafe and toilets in the buildings over to the left of the coach. Please be back on the coach in 30 minutes' time. That's at 11 o'clock. Did you all get that? 11 o'clock?
Yeah. Okay.
The coach departs at 11:05 precisely in order to meet our train connection. There'll be a lot of coaches parked here, so make sure you know which one is ours. We're displaying the number 64, okay?
Okay.
Now, please be careful as you get off. The steps are rather steep, and the road outside is a bit slippery. Thank you.
Thank you.
Unit 8. Listening. Problems on tour.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I'm very sorry about this, but as you can see, we have a bit of a problem. Let me explain the situation. Unfortunately, the coach has broken down, and we're going to have to wait for a relief coach. Now, please keep calm. There's nothing to worry about, as the company assure me the relief coach will be here in less than an hour. I know it's very hot on the coach, so this is what we're going to do. We're going to leave the coach and go up the bank to rest in the shade of the trees up on your left. But we have to be very careful as we're on a busy motorway. The driver will lead you up the bank. I hope that's clear. So, starting from the front... Oh, yes, and leave your bags on the coach. Just take your valuables and any water if you have any. Oh dear, what's the matter?
Oh, I'm not sure I can climb up that bank. I've got a bad leg.
Okay, please don't worry, Mrs. Parsons. Just sit here for a while. We'll let the others off first.
But I really don't think I can get up there.
I know, I understand. I'll tell you what we'll do. When everyone else is off, you can stay on the coach and sit at the front. With the door open, you'll be cool. Would you prefer that?
Oh, yes, dear. That would be lovely.
Okay. Now, just wait here and try to relax. Here are some tissues. I'll get some water for you.
Oh, thank you so much.
Unit 8. Pronunciation. Exercise 1. 1. A.
I'm sorry about this.
B.
I'm really sorry about this.
2. A.
There's nothing to worry about.
B.
There's really nothing to worry about.
3. A.
That sounds terrible.
B.
That sounds really terrible.
4. A.
I do apologize.
B.
I really do apologize.
Exercise 2. 1. A.
I'm really sorry about this.
B.
I'm really sorry about this.
2. A.
There's really nothing to worry about.
B.
There's really nothing to worry about.
3. A.
That sounds really terrible.
B.
That sounds really terrible.
4. A.
I really do apologize.
B.
I really do apologize.
Unit 9. Pronunciation. Exercise 1.
Scuba diving. Skating. Sports. Swimming.
Exercise 2.
Kids. Adult. Practiced. Went.
Unit 9. Listening. Making a water ball.
Okay, are you all listening? Have you all got your balloons? Has everybody got a pair of scissors? Yes? So, blow up one of the balloons to stretch it a little. Give it a good stretch. That's it. Good. Now, once you've stretched the balloon, fill it with water and tie a knot. When you tie the knot, try to make the shape of the balloon as round as possible. Do you see what I mean? Look at mine. Can I help you, Pedro? Okay, that's good. Now, get the scissors and cut the tail of the balloon. That's right, cut the tail. Good. Now, get another balloon, blow it up, let the air out, and when you've let the air out, place the first balloon inside it. Work in twos and help each other. One of you hold the second balloon as open as possible, and the other one put the first balloon inside. That's it? Lovely. Okay. So, now, cut the tail of the second balloon. No, there's no need to tie it this time. Have you all done that? Yes? Okay, so now do this again and again until you've used up all the balloons. Who needs help? Marianne? Pierre, you okay? Yeah. When you've finished, what you've got is a ball that bounces. And that's really good for practicing juggling. If you drop it, it bounces back and you don't have to bend over to pick it up.
Unit 9. Listening. Getting the job.
Inika, what attracted you to the job of entertainment worker?
Well, I wanted to practice what I'd been studying at university. especially my foreign languages. And I wanted to earn a bit of money.
And what was it like in Bali?
It was a fantastic experience. At first, I was a bit nervous, because it was the first time I was going to be so far away from home for such a long time. But everything worked out fine.
How did you find the job?
I put my CV on a web page for jobs in tourism, and an agency in Holland emailed me with the job in Bali.
There was an initial selection process. What was that like?
Well, we had a personal interview in Rotterdam and a series of tests. How you did with a microphone, what sort of initiative you had, what sort of person you were. And then, after the interview, they asked me to go to the training sessions.
There was specific training for the job?
Yes. They showed us everything we were going to do. How to organize games, how to keep groups under control, how to use a microphone.
Really?
Yes. How to hold the microphone, the tone of voice you use, how you had to stand on stage. Because most of us were beginners. We'd never held a microphone.
So the training was good?
It was tough, but it was excellent.
And did you like the job?
I loved it. The atmosphere, the way my colleagues were always there to help, the hotel. I loved it. And they had everything organized. It was hard to come home, in fact.
Unit 10. Listening. Special requests. 1.
I need a new battery for my camera. Can we stop at a shop before we get to the shoot?
That shouldn't be a problem. I'll just check with the driver.
2.
Can we take some of these plants back with us?
Sorry, you can't. They're a protected species. You mustn't remove them from their natural habitat.
3.
I said no to the trip down the diamond mine, but I've changed my mind. Can I join it?
Of course, no problem. I'll add your name to the list straight away.
4.
Would it be okay to take some pictures inside the cathedral?
I don't see why not. There might be a problem if there's a service on, and you may need to pay something. I'll ask when we go in.
5.
I've noticed there's an extra wine tasting course next weekend. Is there any chance of me extending my holiday and staying on for it?
I'm not sure. We may possibly be able to make arrangements. I'll have to check with my head office.
Unit 10. Pronunciation. Exercise 2. 1.
Car park.
2.
Guide dog.
3.
Doorway.
4.
Footpath.
5.
Handrail.
6.
Health spa.
7.
Hearing aid.
8.
Light switch.
9.
Sign language.
10.
Walkway.
11.
Welcome talk.
12.
Wheelchair.
Exercise 3. 1.
Specially adapted.
2.
Purpose-built.
3.
Hearing impaired.
4.
Remote control.
Unit 10. Listening. Disability access.
Hatton Hall Hotel, Michael speaking. How can I help you?
Hi, this is Jane Wicks. I'm the guide bringing the Access for All Adventure Group at the weekend. I'm just calling to check a few things.
Oh, yes. I think everything's set up for them.
Oh, that's good. I just need to run through a few things. We've got 3 wheelchair users, but all the group, that's 10 in all, have mobility difficulties of some sort. So we need to be accommodated in ground floor rooms. Is that going to be okay?
Yes, no problem. All the ground floor rooms have recently been adapted to allow for wheelchair use. They've got wide doors, automatic opening, and low-level switches.
Great. Are the other facilities all okay for the group?
Yes, mostly. Toilets and all the signage conform to regulations. The bar on the top floor still needs upgrading because the lift doesn't go that far. But there's a bar on the ground floor and the restaurant has been renovated. And we've got ramps and handrails in all public areas. Except the garden, that is. That still needs to be upgraded. Oh, and another thing. We're making some changes to the reception area at the moment, so I'm afraid the low-level reception desk is out of action. Is that going to be a problem?
No, I don't think so. I'll be doing a group check-in, but the group will need to come through reception. Is that okay?
It's only the desk that's affected. The whole entrance area has been adapted, ramps and so on, so there's no need to worry.
Good. I think that's it. Now, I've got to call ahead to the activity centre to check things there. Thanks for your help.
Pleasure. See you at the weekend.
Unit 11. Listening. The needs of the business traveller.
What do business travellers look for most in a travel company?
Mainly it's speed and efficiency. No fuss. Not to have to worry about the arrangement. They want to be able to say, we want this, and we do it. Ordinary tourists, maybe they want to spend time talking about the different possibilities. It's part of the fun for them. But not business travelers. They want to be able to book last minute and 24 hours a day. And to make changes at the last minute. And things like express check-in and use of a business lounge at airports. They also want the personal touch. We allocate an account manager to each of our clients, and they have all the client history at their fingertips. Things like preferences on window or aisle seats, type of hotel room, meal options. We like to know our clients.
Yes, that must be important.
Yes, and it means we can arrange everything for them. Flights, transfers, hotel, car hire, meeting rooms.
So it's a kind of package?
Not really a package, more of a menu. This is what we can offer. Which services do you want us to arrange for you?
As far as hotel requirements go, what do business travellers tend to look for?
Assuming the basics of comfort, cleanliness, fast internet access, and so on, their number one is location. Center of town, near to the airport. Both of those, if possible.
Business travel has an image of luxury high costs, high expense accounts and so on. Is that true?
Certainly not. Businesses these days are looking for value for money. Of course, compared to regular tourists, they still tend to use higher quality accommodation and upgraded travel, particularly when entertaining important clients. For us, it's a bit of a balancing act, providing excellent quality and service, but not charging too much. But we find the ways to go the extra mile.
Go the extra mile. What do you mean by that?
Giving a little bit extra that will make them appreciate us and justify why they should use us rather than book direct over the internet. For example, I've already mentioned the personal touch, but we also offer support services such as info packs on the place they're going to, simple fact sheets with practicalities of time difference, climate, transport services, visa and health requirements, and so on. Also, we produce a mini culture guide covering basics of social etiquette and doing business with different cultures. It's proved very popular.
That's very interesting. Thanks for talking to us, Carlos.
You're welcome.
Unit 11. Pronunciation. 1,
Pear,
2,
bear,
3,
peach,
4,
beach,
5,
Ben.
6.
Pen.
Unit 12. Listening. Life in the front office.
Erica, is there a lot of routine to front office work?
There is, if that's how you see it. Of course, all jobs have routines, and a receptionist is no different. But if we spent all day dealing with emergencies, we wouldn't last very long.
And what are your routines?
Checking guests in and out are the obvious ones. Then there's allocating parking spaces, controlling access to the garage, taking bookings.
Taking messages?
That used to be a routine, but nowadays everybody has mobile phones, so we don't get many messages.
What about questions? Do you get many questions?
More than you'd think. Of course, we get asked some questions again and again. What can we see in the city? Can you recommend a restaurant? But answering questions is another chance to get to know your guests. In fact, when you monitor customer satisfaction, you often see comments that indicate that by making routine duties seem special, we make our guests feel important.
Are you responsible for monitoring guest satisfaction?
Not directly, but each day while they're checking out, we get 4 or 5 guests to complete a short questionnaire. And when guests have a problem, they come to reception first, so we get first-hand information about how the hotel is working.
I suppose that dealing with problems is the worst of your duties.
Yes, and no. Dealing with problems is yet another chance to get to know your guests. But if we don't deal with them well, that can lead to a complaint, which is a totally different thing.
Unit 12. Listening. Common problems. Situation 1.
Reception, can I help you?
Hi, this is room 418. I've just got into the room and, well, I asked for a non-smoking room.
Just 1 minute, please. You are in 418?
That's right.
418 is a non-smoking room, madam.
Well, I'm afraid that somebody's been smoking in here. It smells really strongly of tobacco.
Oh, I'm very sorry about that. Would you like to change rooms?
Yes, I think I'd prefer that.
Okay, I'll issue a new key right away and get the porter to help you to change.
Thanks very much.
Not at all, madam. And I apologize for the inconvenience.
Situation 2.
Hi, it's cold in my room and I can't get the heating to come on.
I'm afraid there's nothing I can do about it. The heating's off in the whole building until October.
Until October? You're not serious. The weather forecast on TV said it would drop to 6 degrees tonight.
I'll get the housekeeper to give you an extra blanket.
Well, I'm grateful, but I don't want to get into bed yet. I need to work, sitting at the table.
Well, I'm sorry, but the only thing I can do is get you a blanket.
Unit 12. Pronunciation. A.
Could you put me through to room service, please?
B.
Have you any idea where I can get a good meal?
C.
Can you tell me the quickest way to the city centre?
D.
Do you think I could speak to the housekeeper?
E.
So I was wondering what you can do about it.
F.
Do you think you could get someone to come and look at it?
Unit 12. Listening. Can I have my bill?
Hi there. Could I get my bill there at room 705?
705? It's Mr. Wiley, isn't it?
Sure is.
Did you have anything from the minibar last night?
Nope.
Okay, Mr. Wiley, I'm just printing your bill out. Has everything been to your satisfaction?
Sure has.
Oh, I'm glad. Will you be paying by credit card, Mr. Wiley?
Sure will.
Could I just have your card for a moment?
Yep, here you are.
Okay. Here's your bill. Can I just ask you to check it?
Okay. Well, looks fine to me.
So if I could just ask you to sign here.
There you go.
Thank you. Here's your credit card, and this is your copy of the payment slip. It's been a pleasure having you here.
Thank you.